it stopped raining. I'm going to introduce you to a great pal of mine. He's from all the way from Newry, and he's a great musician in his own right. He does a small little bit of different type of music to himself. He does two types of music this way, country and western. Give him a big hand for Jimmy there. So, we didn't write any program down around tonight, we're just going to go out and play by ear. Jimmy's going to join me in a few different... can you understand me talking? You can? Good. He's going to join me in a few different things tonight, something that, you know, whatever he feels like playing. I thought he says to me tonight, because we haven't really, we've rehearsed a bit, you know. He says, when will I come in? I said, when you feel like it.
Don't push that one.
Thanks very much. That's a couple of tunes. The first one was called Colin Just Preacher, and the second one was called Alan Around Lark. Right. Well, today I'm going to be doing a few old songs, a few new songs. And this is a new song I wrote. I used to travel on the road with the father ever since I was a very small kid. You know, we played music all over Ireland. And I used to love going, I used to love his company. I'd come out of school, you know, about 3:30 and be waiting on me. He'd have the pipes under his arm and the fiddle. And we'd take the train down to Clare, Goulburn, or up to Sligo, Donegal, and play music for the weekend, you know. I was married to it. And I remember one night we were up in the north of Ireland. I was about to be about 16 at the time. And I met this girl. You know when you fall in love for the first time? Remember that? And she was gorgeous, you know, one of them ones, you know. And you'd be kissing each other like a pair of alley cats up and down there, you know, the lane like, couldn't be thinking about the other thing at all, you know. And I remember introducing her to me over in the hotel. We were staying in this little dump of a hotel. And he said to me, she's not for you. I didn't understand what he was talking about. She's like the Irish rose, searching freedom. She held the morning sunshine on her smile. The only way that love can. My heart just fell to pieces in the round. But the lover was to leave my world behind me, to walk away from everything I know. Beyond the reason, we'd find a place where lovers free to grow. And he said she's not for me, her heart was different. Her love and mine was never meant to be. I still feel like the fire. My darkness. She would trade her heart and the soul for the life of me. So slowly now we don't walk to emigration. I feel her hand, it would tremble there in mine. We could never more return. We're gone forever. One step for love and peace side by side. But he said she's not for me, her heart was different. Her love and mine was never meant to be. I still feel like a fire, she filled my darkness. She would trade her heart and soul for a life of me. She's like the Irish rose, searching freedom. She had the morning sunshine in her smile. And she looked at me the only way that love can. My heart just fell to pieces in the round. My heart just fell to pieces in the round. My heart just fell to pieces in the round. Very short. This song is a song I wrote for my daughter Anya, and you probably have heard her with the band Bohinton, and they do sort of, I'll tell you what they're like. Christy, Mirror, myself and Paul Brady, right? When I went in to see them, Christy and Paul arrived in back in Dublin a couple of years ago to see them play. Now this is an Irish band, when you hear this one, it's incredible. And he's singing about 5 or 6 different languages. And we felt like dinosaurs sitting there listening to these kids singing. And they did an album about 2 years ago in French, and it's called Excalibur. When you're at home, try and get your hands on it. And they did a whole album in French, and they wrote the album. And it's all about King Arthur's court. It's all about King Arthur actually came. He was a Celt. He wasn't belonged to England at all. He contradicted the whole history books, and they're an excellent narrative, trust me. Anyway, my daughter Ronnie fell in love with this fella, and she lost. She's almost one of these girls that loses in love, you know. So I wrote this up for her.
Sometimes I feel I'm a fool for love, but it's crazy hard to do. And love's stolen page from the book of life, where my dreams belong to you. Come see what loneliness can paint. Here's a portrait my heart drew. I have loved you more than anything, the only way I need you. And so many times love broke my heart, left me worried, sick it's true. If I shed love's tears 1,000 years, still there's no one else like you. I'll forever wait my summer time when love comes shining through. I have loved you more than anything, the only way I need you. Take all love's reasons, pile them high, why my heart has to lose. Still I'm not the only crazy fool wishing promises were true. Whatever life it throws my way, whatever dreams come true, whatever heartache I must face, I'd still love no one like you. Whatever life it throws my way, whatever dreams come true, I love you more than anything, the only way I need you. I love you more than anything, the only way I need you.
Thank you, come on. Thanks so much. Well, I'm going to stand up and play this one. I'm going to sit down. And it's a piece of music I wrote a long time ago. It's called The Lonesome Boat. And I'm going to play this especially for himself sitting on the steps like there. And do you like true stories? You do? Yeah. You know, I go home, there's an awful lot of, if you went to the bars and go home, you're getting all these French women and Sarah again, you know, the bars. Did you notice that when you were at home? What would you like to drink? Would you like another Heineken or no? And Germans, they're these are the... Sorry, that's parent. We'll put that in the pocket. We don't need that one. Anyway, this fella, a Dublin fella, from Ballyfair. Anybody here from Ballyfair? It was great. I did a gig in Mountjoy there a few months ago in the prison. I was asked to go in, and there was 600 there, you know. And I was sort of showing myself, now to tell you the truth, you know. Can you imagine me locked in a room with 600 prisoners, you know? And I said, James, how am I going to get out with this, you know? And they're all sitting there, ooh, 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 doing all that, and giving me all this whooping and thing. And I went on stage and I said, is there anybody here from Ballyfermot? And about 2/3 of them put their hand up. And I said, I'm safe. Come here. It's fun, that's on. Anyway, this Dublin fella in Ballyfermot goes to get a job on the B&I, you know the boat. That's still running over back. There's nobody on it anymore. They're all here over in America. Anyway, he goes in to get this job, and the captain is sort of interviewing him, you know. The captain said, so you're looking for a job on the boat? I said, yeah. It's a cleaning job, you know, sweeping up the decks and all that. So we said, where are you from? He said, yeah, Ballyfermot. He said, in the education, he said, they did this on. Mathematics, he said, brutal. Algebra, worse. Said, right, you have the job. He says, great, thanks. So he turned around this Polish fella, you know, he says, Polish, where are you from? He said, Poland. He says, you've got the job. So the back of your head said to the captain, come here. Here a minute, said, why did you ask me all them leading questions about, I'm from Ballyfermot, you know, education and all that. And then you just turn to your man and he says he's from Poland and you give him the job. And the captain said, well, he has it on his face, you know. So 3 days later, they're out on deck cleaning the boat up, the ship. This wave comes over and knocks the Polish fella overboard. So the back of your head goes up to the captain, knocks on the door, and the captain says, yeah. He said, yeah, excuse me, captain, for this door in your boat. Do you know that Polish fella that you said had the on his face? He said, yeah. He says, he just fucked off with your mop. Brilliant story, innit? There was a fella in Ballier, there was, you know, there was this funeral in Ballyfermot, you know, one day. If you can imagine this funeral like this, the hearse, right, the coffin, this fella sitting on the wall watching this funeral, you know, and he can't get over it because there's this guy right behind the hearse with this big Alsatian dog, you know, like that on the leash, you know, one of them huge monster Alsatians. And there's 5,000 blokes behind that, you know. There's no women, but just all guys, you know, folks. So he's very interested in this, right? So he said, that's unusual, you know. So he goes up to the man with the Alsatian dog, he's saying, who's dead, you know? No, answered, the woman in the coffin. He says, I know that. He says, you know, he says, who was she? He says, she was my mother-in-law. And how did she die? He says, that dog, he says, ate the throat out of her. He killed her, he did, ate the throat out of her. The man says, is there any chance of landing the dog? And he says, go back to the end of the queue. That's a good one. Oh, she's getting this old Jay-Z vision, but it's doing really well. And one of the funny stories I heard at home, do you know what Joe Dolan, you know Joe back home, he sings all them songs. Joe had bought himself a new Merc, you know, in home. He was buying this brand new Mercedes, you know, and he's driving it down the road. The guy that's selling the Mercedes sitting beside him, and he says to Joe, do you like the car? And Joe says, I do, yeah, it's a great car. He says, the thing I don't like about it is there's no radio in it. And he says, there is, he says, but the radio's worked, he says, it's voice operated. You know. He says, what do you mean? He says, well, you press that button and tell it what you want. So Joe pressed the button and he said, country and western. And the radio, he picked the fine time to leave me, he said, this is brilliant, you know. He says, rock and roll, you can't get it's just brilliant. And he said, folk music, you know. How do you do? And he took his eyes off the road, because this was great, you know, and he slammed into his car in front of him. And he opened down the window and he shouted out to the window of the car, asshole! And on it came, more and more and more. And this is the little man in the back zone, you know. Come on, Owen. Give us a name on it. Chairman pays the boatman and everyone pays a couple of jigs down the road. First one's called Sheila Stripper. So close your eyes and imagine that you're standing on the cliffs of Moher. me shaking there. It wasn't. It was the stage moving all over the place. Anyway, I'm going to sing this song. This song, I suppose, was written by Tom Paxton, first of all. And I think it's one of the most beautiful love songs I know. And when I heard him sing the song first, all the way back in 1963, I fell in love with it. I was only a kid at the time, so I was sort of embarrassed to ask him, would he give me the words of the song and all that. And so I met him again in 1973, and by then I'd sort of grown into a bit sheen of a man, like, you know, and got as cheeky as hell. So I asked him for the words of the song, and he gave me the words and sat down and taught me the melody. But there was a place called Ludwigshafen in Germany. So, and there was one line in the song which I didn't like, which was, and they will ring, ring, ring for me and you, or for you and I, or her and him. And I said, it sounds like a telephone director, can I change the word to that? And you don't ask somebody like Tom Paxton, can you change the words of the song, you know? And that's how cheeky I was, and he says, okay, fire away. I'll go with this one. Every time I hear a sweet bird sing, I think of you and I, my love. I think of you and I. And when I hear I hang my head and cry, my love. I hang my head and cry. I will love you. I will love you. When we are gone, I will love you. I will love you. When we are gone, every time my tears softly sobbing, my heart jumps in my breast, my love. My heart jumps in my breast. And until I hear your footsteps coming, this heart cannot rest, my love. This heart cannot rest. Sing with me. I will love you. I will love you. When we are gone, I will love you. I will love you. Every time I hear a sweet bird sing, I think of you and I, my love. I think of you and until I hear your footsteps come, my heart jumps in my breast, my love. My heart jumps in my breast. This song is about a travelling man by the name of Paddy Ward. And Paddy Ward came from Galway. Anybody here from Galway tonight? But during the turn of the century, that's the 18th into the 19th, not the last one we're at, there was a young fella by the name of Paddy Ward who fought for his, a very famous story this in Galway, and he fought for his wife or his girlfriend in Ballinasloe, stripped to the waist, and hence became known. You know, it's around Dublin now, they fight now for the king and the travellers, if you like, right? But that's how this started, you know, that's how that all started. This fella walked into Ballinasloe at the age of 17 years of age and said, you're not getting rid of, you know, he was trying to, our father and mother were giving her to this old crocodile miser with loads of money, and he was about 20 years older than her, 30 years older than her, and he wouldn't allow it. So he stood his ground, as all good lovers should do, and fought for his true love in the Bilna English. And this is the song about it, this is. I'm so in love with young Nellie McGann. She's a travelling lady, a beauty so grand. She's the finest of women that I've ever seen, and I'm not dressed easy to make her my queen. Young Nellie, she loves me and I am her man, and I'll fight any traveller. Though I won't say I am, should I be young and I'm handsome, I've muscles galore. I'm Paddy O'Board, now the pride of Gilmore. And she looks at the morning to see what it holds. She searches the rainbow to wish it would fall on the beautiful spot where she stands. Her father and mother were wedding her hand to a crocodile farmer with money and land. He's an elderly god with the face of a mule. They go away at all these riches, what's left is a fool. I thought of her father, he threw off his coat as he made a big fist. Till I broke his own nose, I thought wished on Daisy, young Nellie was mine. I'll not see her wedded with tears in her eyes. And she looks at the morning to see what it holds. She searches the rainbow to wish it would fall in the beautiful spot where she stands. He got to his feet and he lit as a smoke. Now I heard you a tough pipe, but this is a joke of my Nellie. She loves you and you deserve. Let me speak to her mother tonight with the fire. I shook his old hand and I went to the pub, where we spoke of great horses and falling in love. Young Nellie and I, we were married last year in Ballinasloe at the big horsey fair. And she looks at the morning to see what it holds. She searches the rainbow to wish it would fall in the beautiful spot where she stands. My parents and cousins are riding a great show with a ring of fine horses and wagons and tow. I put on my finest to Peru to her clan. In Ballinasloe there was no prouder man. Oh, I'm so in love with young Nellie McGann. She's a travelling lady, a beauty so grand. She's the finest of woman that I ever seen, and I'm not her stays until I make her my queen. And she looks at the morning to see what it holds. She searches the rainbow to wish it would fall on the beautiful spot where she stands. Nellie, she loves me and I am her man. Young Nellie, she loves me and I am her man. It's the rare one, isn't it? This is a nice little song. It's about, do you know Neil Tobin? Neil is from Cork, the actor. Well, Neil's wife died there a few weeks ago. And Neil is 72 years of age, and he's a lovely man. And I met him after the funeral, I was talking to him. And he asked me, he said, do you remember the first time that you ever fell in love? And I said, yeah, sort of. Do you remember the first kiss he said you ever had? I said, yeah. He says, well, me and that old woman, he said, had great times. And I thought that was beautiful. So I put the song together here. I'm going to see this and I'm going to play a few tunes on the place. What is this? Do you remember falling in love for the first time in your life? Could you imagine that very first kiss? Or your heart trembled inside? It might be yesterday, maybe 40 years. Still that magic moment remains. 'Cause when I close my eyes, I can see in the past, and I wish I was part of that time on my mind again. Do you remember wishing rainbows for the first time in your life? Could you imagine rain and sunshine, curved circles in the sky? It might be yesterday, maybe 40 years. Paint that picture in your mind. 'Cause when I close my eyes, I can see in the past, and I wish I was part of the time on my mind again. Do you remember that very first song you sang with tears in your eyes? Could you imagine, just for a moment, the circles inside? It might be yesterday, maybe 40 years. Still that song can make you cry. 'Cause when I close my eyes, I can see in the past, and I wish I was part of the time on my mind again. 'Cause when I close my eyes, I can see in the past, and I wish I was part of the time on my mind again. Hey. Right. Oh, there you go. I know all of us. We're a great nation when you think of it, right? We're only little, but boy, Jesus, do we move. Do we move. Now, but listen, what I'd like to know, who's going to win this All-Ireland Championship in this hurling, or this football, I mean? The Dubs, you reckon? Huh? I don't know, because Kerry could be good now. It'd be a good match on you, Dublin and Kerry, when it comes to that, wouldn't it? But yeah, come on. Wait till I tell you about the other night I was over in that Belmont racecourse, right? The Friday night before Donegal played Dublin. And I never saw anything like this. 2 Donegal men told me and said, we're going to knock the shit out of Dublin tomorrow. I said, alright. And then he said, do you want $100 on it? I said, no, I don't want $100 on it. But I'll give you a good bet, a good Dublin bet, 2 to 1. And the two boys said, well, what's the bet? I said, I'll tell you, if Donegal win, I'll buy you a drink, the Perry's, I said, here for an hour. A whole hour, buy you a drink. I said, if Dublin win, you buy me a drink to 2 years, I said, for 1 hour. That was that for a bet. That's 2 to 1 bet. They totally agreed. I got their names and addresses. Because the bastard never showed up the next night to buy me a drink. And I hate that. I mean, fair is fair, lads, you know. I'm standing there with nothing in my pocket and the bar is wide open. Anyway, the Red Rose Cafe, will you sing with me? Yeah! Let's go. Come in the last year.
Early hours, who they are. The cares of the day, they're soon washed away as he sits on a stool by the bar. The girl with green eyes in the Rolling Stone shirt doesn't look like she works on the land. The man at the end, he's a very good friend of a man who sells cars second hand. Go! Hot down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Oh, everyone there is so happy to be there. The salesman relaxed with a few pints of beer, and he tried not to speak about trade. The poet won't write any verses tonight, but he may sing a sweet serenade. The great old man on the piano will play any songs that you wanted to hear. And that pretty young thing doesn't know how to sing, but the customers give her a cheer on your own. On down at Red Rose Cafe in the there by the port. Where? Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. They come from the farms and the factories too. You all simply get pretty hard. The cares of the day, they're so much away as he sits on the stool by the bar. The girl with green eyes in the Rolling Stone shirt doesn't look like she works on the land. The man at the end, he's a very good friend of a man who sells cars second hand the last time. Not down at the Red Rose Cafe. Where? There by the port, just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Everyone there is so happy to be. Everyone there is so happy to be where? Right. Right. That's it. Are you ready for another yard? Another story? Yeah! I'm going to read this. Years ago, you know, at Ballyfermot, when they built Ballyfermot, the first pub they ever put into was a place called the Hunting, what's called the Hunting Lodge, but it was called Maltese Bar. And it, you know, then he put it into the place called the Hunting Lodge. Sounded better, you know, the middle of Ballyfermot. The only thing about the Hunting Lodge is on a Saturday night you bring your own hatchet with you, you know. And when they built this pub, they forgot to put windows in it. There was no windows in the pub. You went in and you sort of had this dim light, you know. Now, you had two things in Bally, you had the Hunting Lodge and you had the dispensary. So in other words, if you had a bad ear or a bad tooth or a bad foot, or you know what I'm talking about, you went to the dispensary. To collect the social security, you went to the dispensary. So the minute you got your few bob, the pub was only across the road. You spent it before you got home. So every Thursday, or your pension, you know, on the hour when you pick up our pensions, especially the ones that the husbands would be dead, you know, and they look to go home to an empty house, you know. So if you imagine the Hunting Lodge on a Thursday afternoon, and there's these two ones sitting there, and they're in their 80s, you know, Bridget and Margaret, and they've got the Wellington boots on them because it's the middle of winter, you know. And the nylons wrapped around the ankles to keep the draft out when they walk, you know. And they're sitting there with the blue rinse on there, you know. And they ran out of conversation a half an hour ago, you know, that sort of night, you know, right? So Bridget turns to Margaret and she says to Margaret, Margaret, she says, what? She said, do you remember my son Sean? I do. So she, lovely fella, he lives in California, doesn't he? She said, no, he lives in America. Anyway, she said, he sent me over this piece of a woman's magazine, she says, from America. She says, an American woman's magazine. And the filth that's on that magazine, she says, I don't really want to show it to you. And the other one hadn't heard filth for years, you know. And she says, where is it? She says, hang on, the carrier will be popping and I'll read it to you. So she put her glasses on and she says, well, have you got your rosary beads on you before I start reading this? The other one says, I have them in my pocket. She says, get a good grip of them, you're going to need them. So she's like, you hear this. You can always tell the size of a man's thing by the size of the shoe he wears. The other one, bless herself, she says, Holy Mother of God, she says, you're dirty thing. She says, read on it. She says, no, I've been reading this for a week. I'm going to see if this is true, you know. So, you keep an eye on me. I'm going up to the bar to find out if this is true. So she's up to the bar, and she's looking along the bar, all the shoes, you know, all the boys are standing there at the bar. So she sees this fella, you know, big tall fella, she says, excuse me, son, says she, what size shoes do you wear? He says, size 6. She says, Jay's have bigger shoes than that myself, you know, she's very disappointed. And then she saw the medium-sized fella like myself, you know. She says, what size shoes do you wear? He says, size 10. But she says, she could live with that, you know, she's thinking about it, you know. And then she got up along the bar, she found someone like Jimmy there, you know, and she says, what size shoes do you wear? He says, size 16. She fell in love with him straight away. Spent half the pension money on him. Got him drunk, snaked him in the back door of the house, you know. The next morning she came out of the bedroom like John Wayne without the horse. And she opened up a handbag and she pulled £40 out of a handbag. Walked into your man in the bedroom, lying there in state, smoking on our wood pipes, you know. And she says, here. She says, here, come here. He says, what? She says, there's £40 for you. He said, what's that for? She says, go and buy yourself a new pair of shoes. He says, why? She says, them ones must be cutting the feet off you. I think I'll play a couple tunes on the pipes, yeah. I know, them of you. We'll do the Green Fields of France and then I'll play a few tunes on the pipes. Will you sing with me, man? Okay. There, Jimmy. Well, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while with the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. I hope you died well and I hope you died clean. Young Willie McBride was a slow and obscene. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife loudly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last Boston chorus? And did the prince lay the flowers of the fall? Did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined? Although you died back in 1916, in that faithful heart I'm forever 19. are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed and forever behind the glass frame? In an old photograph torn, patterned and stained, and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did he beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the dead march as it lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the prince lay the flowers of the forest? The sun, though it shines on these green fields of France, 'tis a warm summer breeze that makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under the clouds. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no gunfire me down. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless white grasses stand mute in the sun. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to all generation that were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the dead march as it lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Are you with me, my bride? I can't tell no wonder why. To those that did I hear, now why did they die? And did they believe when he answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end war? The sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying's all done in vain. Young Willie, my pride, it all happened again, and again and again and again and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the dead march? Did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the dead march as it lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Thanks so much. First gig is called Party in the Rafferty, lovely piece of music. Then I'm gonna turn it into a reel, and I call it 10's Farewell to Party. Listen. Is there a mic on them pipes? There is.
Finbar, you come up and check.
Will you bring him out with that bleeding knife and the pipes?
Come on, the dogs! Come on, the dogs! Come on, Finbar.
I'm just so tempted to go up there. I'll just do it.
What the other mic, Finbar?
Can you put this vocal mic on the pipes? It's not hot. Why don't you just bring it down now?
I don't want to put whatever over inside. No, then the feeling